morning. Welcome to Tribune News on Cue, your go-to morning news source, only here at the Daily Tribune. We're live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune Now on YouTube, and at Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. For today's headlines, Malacanang raised concerns that creating an independent People's Commission may duplicate the functions of the Office of the Ombudsman and the Department of Justice. Former COMELEC Commissioner Rowena Guanzon faced backlash after a viral video showed her yelling at and insulting a couple who allegedly confronted her for coughing without covering her mouth at a Makati mall. Senator Lauren Legarda welcomed the Supreme Court's ruling ordering the government to return 60 billion pesos to PhilHealth and prohibiting the transfer of the remaining 29.9 billion pesos, making the decision immediately effective. Minority lawmakers renewed calls for Congress to pass bills strengthening the Independent Commission for Infrastructure before the holiday break. Supreme Court Justice Maria Filomena D. Singh reported that in 2024, administrative actions were taken against 42 judges, 166 lawyers, and 109 court staff to strengthen judicial transparency and accountability. The Department of Finance says the low November inflation rate reflects successful efforts to keep food prices under control. Robbie Jaworski and Angelina Cruz make their debut as a rising love team in The Alibi, showcasing their acting chops alongside Kim Chiu and Paolo Avellino. McLaren's Lando Norris shed tears as he secured the F1 championship for the first time, ending Max Verstappen's 4-year title streak. Today is the 8th of December, and I'm Eliana Lacap bringing you today's top stories. Let's kick things off with today's weather. As of 3 a.m. today, a low-pressure area is over the coastal waters of Colasi, Antique. The shear line affects eastern, central, and southern Luzon, while the northeast monsoon influences the rest of Luzon. Mimaropa and the western Visayas will experience cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms, with possible flash floods or landslides. Cordillera, Cagayan, Isabela, Nueva Vizcaya, Quirino, Aurora, and Quezon can expect scattered rains and isolated thunderstorms, also with possible flash floods or landslides. Metro Manila and the rest of Cagayan Valley, Central Luzon, and Calabarzon will see cloudy skies with rain, while Bicol region may have scattered rains and thunderstorms. Ilocos region will have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with light rains with no significant impact. Mindanao and the rest of Visayas will see isolated rain showers or thunderstorms with possible flash floods during severe weather. Residents are advised to stay alert and follow local advisories. Now for a traffic update. Light traffic is reported at Balintawak Toll Plaza, approaching Mindanao Toll Plaza, Bukawe Toll Plaza, and San Fernando northbound and southbound lanes. All other areas of NLEX, SATEX, and NLEX connector, including toll plazas and interchanges, are also experiencing light traffic. Motorists are advised to stay alert and follow traffic advisories for a safe and smooth trip. Now let's move on to this morning's headlines. Malacanang warned that creating an independent People's Commission may duplicate the functions of the Office of the Ombudsman and the Department of Justice. Press Officer Undersecretary Claire Castro said the proposed body could face constitutional issues since the Ombudsman and the DOJ already investigate irregularities and file cases. The push for an IPC followed the resignation of former DPWH Secretary Rogelio Babe Singson from the Independent Commission for Infrastructure, a temporary fact-finding body without contempt powers. Lawmakers want the IPC law passed soon, but the president has yet to name Sing-Son's replacement. Former COMELEC Commissioner Rowena Guanzon is facing backlash after a viral video showed her shouting at a couple at Rockwell Power Plant Mall, allegedly after they confronted her for coughing without covering her mouth. The clip shows Guanzon cursing, calling the man stupid, and accusing the pair of being matapobre. UST Political Science Chair Dennis Corazon called the incident unbecoming of a former official, while netizens slammed her behavior as entitled and possibly actionable. Guanzon later claimed she was the one humiliated. She said she suffered high blood pressure and has filed complaints against the couple. Senator Lauren Legarda welcomed the Supreme Court's ruling ordering the government to return 60 billion pesos to PhilHealth and blocking the transfer of the remaining 29.9 billion pesos, making the decision immediately effective. The issue stems from PhilHealth being told to remit 89.9 billion pesos to the National Treasury, but Congress has since moved to restore the 60 billion pesos in the 2026 budget. Legarda stressed that PhilHealth funds must stay within the agency, citing budget gaps and urging PhilHealth and the DOH to submit liquidation reports to ensure transparency and protect healthcare funding. Minority lawmakers are calling on Congress to pass bills that would strengthen the Independent Commission for Infrastructure before the holiday break. The current ICI lacks subpoena and contempt powers, allowing officials like Davao Representative Paulo Duterte to ignore summonses. The proposed bills, the House's AIC and the Senate's Independent People's Commission, would let the Commission compel testimony, freeze assets, impose preventive suspensions, and access all government records. Lawmakers say only a law-backed commission can be independent and effectively investigate flood control projects. Supreme Court Justice Marina Filomena D. Singh highlighted the judiciary's 2024 efforts to improve transparency, reporting administrative actions against 42 judges, 166 lawmakers, and 109 court staff. At the Justice Reform Initiative's 10th anniversary, she outlined key reforms under the Strategic Plan for Judicial Innovations 2022 to 2027, including a streamlined disciplinary process creation of the Judicial Integrity Office and citizen-friendly complaint filing via email. Singh also announced 2 new nationwide ethics codes for judges and court personnel, set to launch in January 2026, stressing that judicial integrity requires cooperation between courts, advocates, and the public. The Department of Finance said November's 1.5% inflation reflects targeted government efforts to keep food prices in check, well below the BSP's 2 to 4% target. Low-income households benefited most, with inflation for the bottom 30% falling to negative 0.2% the 6th straight month. Key factors include lower prices for food, utilities, transport, and rice, which averaged 44.19 pesos per kilo. The Department of Agriculture sets suggested retail prices for pork, onions, and imported rice, while President Marcos extended the 15% rice import tariff, including automatic adjustments starting next year to keep prices stable. Star Magic spotlighted rising stars Robbie Jaworski and Angelina Cruz in its December press con, highlighting their roles in the hit series The Alibi. Robbie plays Edward Cabrera, the affluent younger brother of Paulo Avellino's character, while Angelina is Catherine Morales, the modest younger sister of Kim Chu's character. Both share the challenges of transitioning to teleserye work, using personal experiences to bring depth to their roles. Outside acting, Robbie continues as a mixed VJ and host, while Angelina develops her music career. The pair expressed commitment to growing their craft and seizing new opportunities in showbiz. McLaren's Lando Norris captured his first Formula One world title with a tense third-place finish at Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, ending Max Verstappen's four-year reign. The 26-year-old became Britain's 11th F1 champion, edging Verstappen by 2 points, 423 to 421, with Oscar Piastri close behind at 410. McLaren also swept both the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships for the first time since 1998. An emotional Norris said the win fulfilled a lifelong dream, while Verstappen credited his team for a strong late-season fight back. Now a quick look at today's horoscope. Today calls for organization and focus, Virgo. Channel your inner planner and tackle the messy corners of your life. In your personal and professional life, your natural attention to detail will help you make significant headway, setting yourself up for smoother days ahead. Embrace the clarity and calm that comes with tidiness, and take the time to get things in order. Opportunities for efficiency and progress are strong. Staying organized today will create a foundation for future success and help you move forward with confidence and ease. And Katribu, did you know that on this day, December 8, 1941, Japan launched a surprise attack on the Philippines just 10 hours after Pearl Harbor, beginning the Japanese occupation during the World War II? Philippines and U.S. forces led by General Douglas MacArthur fought bravely but were forced to retreat to Bataan and Corregidor, which led to the infamous Bataan Death March. During the occupation, Philippine guerrillas, including Huks, resisted Japanese control, while the occupiers set up a puppet government. Allied forces returned in 1944, liberating the country in 1945. The war caused tremendous loss, with over 1 million Filipinos killed and Manila heavily damaged, showing both the devastation of war and the courage of the Filipino people. Now, a TikTok video from Jason Bett is going viral, featuring the now trending song Maui Wawi, performed and covered by Darren Espanto. The clip shows a live segment from ASAP, where Darren Espanto sings Maui Wawi while holding onto a bar, recreating the famous TikTok trend. His performance has now sparked a new trend, with users trying to mimic his singing and movements. And that's all for now, mga katribu. Join us again at 1 o'clock p.m. for more updates. This has been Eliana Lacap for Tribune News on Q.